Hello student, welcome to E-Content Development Program from Department of Higher Education, Haryana. Today we'll study about the topic cleavage and plastulation from subject zoology for BSc final year 5th SEM. Myself Seema, Assistant Professor of Zoology from DBG Government College, Panipat. Now what is cleavage? Cleavage, it occur in the zygote where male and female gamete they fuse. And it is observed in parthenogenetic eggs also, where no male gamete is required for reproduction. And if we observe this cleavage against the normal mitosis, here we can observe that in mitosis occur in the somatic cells of the body, and interphase is of longer duration, and growth it occur mainly at the interphase, that is the first phase, and oxygen consumption is very low. Size of the deuter cell, although that is less than the parent cell, but it grow to regain its normal size. DNA synthesis is very slow, and nuclear cytoplasmic ratio it remain the same as that of the parent nuclear cytoplasmic ratio, and the phases of the cell cycle is M and S mainly. If we observe about the cleavage, as we know, cleavage occur in the zygote or in parthenogenetic eggs, and interphase is of shorter duration. Growth do not occur. Oxygen consumption is very high. Size of the deuter cell it decreases as there is no growth. DNA synthesis is very fast, and you will observe nuclear cytoplasmic ratio it also increases. In some cases the nucleus ratio increases up to 200 times, and the phases of the cell cycle are 4 phases: G1, S, G2 and M phases. Now the next point is synchronous and achronous division. What is synchronous division? Synchronous division is that division in which every deuter cell replicates its DNA and every phase of the cell cycle remain the same. If there are two cells, what does that mean, synchronous division? If there are two cells, they follow the same pattern, same cell cycle, but in most of the animal, what we observe that this synchronous division is maintained up to 2 to 3 cycles only. And the next one is asynchronous division, in which if there are two cells, they have the different timing of the cell cycle. Means if one cell is in G1 phase and other cell can be in S phase or G2 phase, that is asynchronous division. Now the chemical changes occur during cleavage. What are the chemical changes? We have some points regarding this. First is biosynthesis of DNA. In what we observe that there is increase in the DNA before division and after division, and the amount of DNA increases a lot in the developing fetus. And an enzyme is also there, that is ribonucleotide reductase, that convert the ribonucleotides of the cytoplasm into deoxyribonucleotides. And this deoxyribonucleotide, as we know, that is used for the formation of more and more DNA. But we have observed that nuclear cytoplasmic ratio, the nuclear ratio, that means DNA, it increases a lot in the developing zygote. Now the second point is biosynthesis of RNA. During the cleavage, RNA synthesis is very low due to the very short interphase, and ribosomal RNA is not synthesized during the cleavage, as the nucleolus is absent during the blastulation. And however, messenger RNA and transfer RNA are not required for the cleavage. If any messenger RNA is required, that remain the inactive, that is infrosomes. On infrosome we can get 1 marks question also. Now the protein synthesis, what we observe that structural protein like tubulin and other enzymatic protein, conjugated protein, that increase during the cleavage. And ATP synthesis, as the developing zygote, it required a lot of energy, so a large amount of ATP is required for that. Now planes of cleavage. During cleavage, different phyllodes may divide the zygote from the different plane. What are these planes? Meridional, vertical, equatorial, longitudinal or horizontal plane. We can observe this in this diagram. First is meridional cleavage. As you can see, the midline which passes through the center of the animal and vegetal axis. Here you can see in the mid one, that is meridional plane. Now second one is vertical plane. Now here you can see, observe the vertical plane. It is the furrow in the direction from animal pole to vegetal pole, but it is not in the middle. As you can see, the difference between meridional, it is in between, and the vertical is slightly away from the mid. Now the third is equatorial plane. In equatorial plane, the plane bisect the zygote at the right angle to the median axis and halfway between the animal and vegetal pore. Here you can see the equatorial plane, just at 90 degree to the meridional plane. Now the last one is transverse plane. It is also called latitudinal or horizontal plane. Here you can see that transverse plane is parallel to the equatorial plane, but it is slightly above or below the midline. Now planes of cleavage. Planes of cleavage, first is radial cleavage, as we can observe in the diagram also. In radial cleavage, the successive cut of the cell is at the 90 degree of the one another, as you can see in the first diagram. And in the second diagram, the direction of the spindle fiber is at the 90 degree to the first cell. So that means that at last you will get, here you can see in this stage, the two tires will correspond to each other. The upper cell will correspond to the lower tire exactly at the same point, and how it divide. And now this one is the radial cleavage, in which first division is now the second division will be at the right angle to the first division. Now it is a spiral cleavage in the mollusk. As you can observe here, the spindle fibers, they are oblique. They are not exactly at the 90 degree, they are oblique. And due to this oblique position of the spindle fiber, the cell which is formed, they will also be oblique. And here two A and B, two diagrams are there. First show the spiral cleavage, that is called dextral spiral cleavage, and other one is that is opposite to the dextral, that is restral cleavage. This is anti-clockwise. Here you can observe that the cell of the lower tire and higher tire, it do not correspond. It correspond to the furrow at the junction they are present, not exactly at the same point. This is the spiral cleavage, it occur in the mollusk. Now the next one is bilateral cleavage in Ascidian. This is the bilateral cleavage. In this cleavage, mitotic spindle and cleavage plane are similar on either side of the median plane, as you can see in the embryo also. At 2 cell stages and 4 cell stages, 8 cell, 16 cell and 32 stages are shown. This is the bilateral cleavage. After bilateral cleavage, two more type of cleavage is there. Biradial cleavage. Biradial cleavage in which first three division of planes do not stand at right angle to each other. And other one is rotational cleavage. As the name suggests, the cell after going cleavage, it one of the cell, it rotate at the 90 degree. It is observed in some placental mammal and few nematodes. Now on the basis of the potency of the blastomere, the cleavage is of two types, that is determinant or indeterminate cleavage. First one is determinant cleavage, that is observed in Ascaris. Determinate cleavage, if the cleavage occur in follow a fixed pattern and each blastomer has its definite fate. Fate means what type of cell it will produce. For example, if AB cell, the fate is fixed that it have to produce the brain cell, and other P1, its fate is decided that it have to create the liver. So the fate of the cell is decided at very low stage, at you can say at 32 cell stage. At very early the cell knows its work, and how if we carry on some experiment on them, we can observe that if we destroy a particular cell, the part of the embryo that the cell would have to make will not be formed. That is the determinant cleavage in X-carriage. Now the opposite to that is indeterminate cleavage. In indeterminate cleavage, the fate is not decided at early stage of the cleavage. Fate is decided after so many divisions. That is indeterminate cleavage. It occurs in humans also. If we destroy some cells or at 30 cell stages, 32 cell stages, will not observe that any part of the embryo is lacking, because fate is not decided at the early stages. Fate is decided at the very high stages, when three layers, as you know, the three in the gastrulation, three layers, they form the different type of organ. At that time, if you destroy a particular part, the organ will not be formed. So that is the late the fate is decided at very late stage. That is called indeterminate cleavage. Now, on the basis of the influence of the yolk, the cleavage is of the following type. You can observe in the amphioxus where yolk is very, very low, and here the cleavage is very fast, because yolk act as resistant. It increases the resistance, and there is decrease in the cleavage time, and partial cleavage will be there. Now in the second case, you can observe in the frog where the yolk is there on the vegetal pore. So you can see at last two type of cells will be formed. One is microlecithal and other one is macrolecithal, that will be of large size. And in the chick, where we know that so many yolk is there in the egg, and there on the disc, here you can see the disc, here the development of baby it occur on the disc. So the next one is, this is superficial cleavage. As the name suggests, this occur in the centrolecithal egg of the insect. Cleavage remain restricted to the periphery of the egg. You can see here at the periphery the cell are formed, but in the middle, in the center, yolk is there. It occur in the insect. It is a superficial cleavage. Now, what are the laws of cleavage associated with it? First is the Sachs law. Sachs law says that after division, two equal deuter cells are formed, and each division is at the right angle to the plane, and blastomere, they assume bowl shape, that is spherical shape. Now the other one is Hartwig law. Hartwig law suggested that the mitotic spindle during the cleavage, it lie in the center of the active cytoplasm. Active cytoplasm means if you observe in the cell of in the egg of the chick, where yolk is so much, the cleavage occur only on the disc, and the axis of the mitotic spindle, it occur the longest axis of the cytoplasm. Now the other law is Balfour law. Balfour law, the rate of the cleavage is inversely proportional to the amount of the yolk. Means if the amount of the yolk it increases, the cleavage it decreases. And last one is Puffledge law, where mitotic spindle always elongate in the direction of the least resistance. Means where yolk will be very low, there the mitotic spindle they will arrange. Now the product of the cleavage, after cleavage, when zygote it divided into smaller cell, it formed the blastomere, and this blastomere after each division it forms morula stage. Morula, this name occur from Mulberry, and early cleavage result in the formation of bowl size equal size cell, or tightly enclosed in the fertilizing membrane, that is called morula. little mulberry shape we observed. And after that, after morula, blastula comes. In blastula, there is a cavity called as blastocele. It appears. Now, what is blastulation? There are different type of blastulation we observe in the animal. First is coeloblastula. It occurs in the starfish. Here you can see only one layer of blastoderm is there, and the cavity, that is blastocele, is in the central position. Now the second one is resemble to the first one. This is coeloblastula of frog. Here you can see multiple layers are there. The only difference between these two diagrams are there. In the first one, in the fish, starfish coeloblastula, one layer is there of the blastoderm. In the second diagram, you can see multi layers of the blastoderms are there. Now in the third diagram, that is periblastula of the insect, here you can observe that there are in the middle one, yolk is there, and at the periphery the blastoderms are arranged. It occurs in the insect. Now in the next diagram, that is discoblastula, as we know that in bird yolk is there, a lot yolk is there on the vegetal pore, and you can observe the blastoderm at the upper side, and the cavity is there, the blastocele, and here you can observe second cavity, that is archenteron, is also observed in this blastula, discoblastula. And last one is blastocyst. It observed in the humans. Here you can see that cavity is there, but the embryonical knob, the cell of the embryo, it stick to one